receipts, proof, timeline, screenshot,
spaghetti, eggs, milk, yogurt.
Oh, so it didn't do it for you?
No, it absolutely did. Salt Lake City.
I know that Salt Lake City did it for you, but hold on, guys. I'm opening my Amazon package. If you guys tune into YouTube, it's more of an entertaining show.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to describe it in verbiage, and it's not the pop culture episode, but we only are here to talk about one thing, and it's Salt Lake City. But we just have two little things to mention. Aaron has one, and I have one because I just got my package. I literally ordered the Bratz Flaunt Your Fashion game for literal Nintendo Switch, and you don't understand how excited I am about this game because I have been a Barbie girl all 2023, and it was great. It was fun. I felt like Barbie, but everyone knows that I'm a Bratz girl. Like, they look more like me. They look more like me. They were more relatable. All they had was a passion for fashion, and so do I. And I didn't even know they had a Switch game until, because I'm literally in a Bratz hobby Facebook group, and they're like, I'm playing the Bratz game on Nintendo Switch because I used to have it on GameCube, and it used to be one of my because I was really into games, you guys, but it used to be one of my favorite games to play. And then, the Bratz TikTok and the Bratz Instagram is a huge part of my personality. Like, they recreate these iconic scenes in pop culture that like make Bratz relevant even in 2024. So I can have that. So they said that they were playing the game, and I'm like, game, like it can't be like. Yeah. So they had it. It came out, I believe, in September of 2022. And now I have it, and it's just, I cannot wait. And it's been a very long, well, no, not a very long time, because I was playing Animal Crossing. But since Animal Crossing, I have not ventured into anything else. Mm-hmm. Of course, I would play someone's Spider-Man game. I would play, people that I know's games, but I'm just mashing buttons. I'm mashing buttons because they're telling me to just, hey, make me stay alive while I go to the bathroom real quick. And I'm just like, okay. That's pretty much it. What really inspired me was when I saw when Nicki Minaj had the Call of Duty and she had that pack, and I would watch videos of just like what her character was in was that Call of Duty? Yeah, right?
Yeah, I want to say, yeah.
Yes.
Where she's on the ground and she's like recharging and she's like, hold on.
She's like, wait, those are the bobs. And I'm just like, this is so amazing. It made me want to like get back into playing games, but I'm like, maybe I've outgrown the exciting game. Maybe I'm looking for something like Animal Crossing, like right. Kim Kardashian Hollywood has shut down permanently. That's big news. Never thought that I'd see the day.
The amount of money. No, leave it at that. The amount of money.
It was a time. So I'm just like, what is a game that is like really for me? And in the group, I came across someone who was playing the game. I ordered the game. I thought it was going to be $60 because that's just in my head. Games are $60. That shit was $20. And you can bet your goddamn bottom dollar that I'm going to get whatever extension pack, whatever alternative. Like they have two different add-ons that you can buy. And it's just going to be such a good time because I haven't felt excited about a game since Animal Crossing. So that's the only thing that I wanted to share. I will tell you guys how it is as I play. I'm going to try to make it last too. Because the thing about me, I get obsessive. Like I remember when we were playing Animal Crossing and I was in it before you. Like I was in it. I was waking up at 6 a.m. in the pandemic to go and sell turnips on other people's island. I would get into arguments into Facebook groups that I had to leave.
Hey, are you up?
I like, how much are turnips? How much are turnips in your island? And then when they would spoil, I would cry. Like, it was just the pandemic. It was having the game back. It was just everything. But yeah, that's what I'm excited about today. I have something to live for in January 4th and 5th 6 and 7, 2024. So, anyways, back to Bravo. Yours is Bravo related.
Yes. Mine is going to be Bravo related. I wanted to shout out this interview that was done by On Air Kiki. I want to say that's her Instagram social media social, but she did the interview on 1075 WGCI FM, and that was a tongue twister. I had to say that.
I'm so surprised that you like got 107.5. No?
No, maybe. It's just the Chicago radio station. But
okay, shout out to them.
So this is Drew Sidora related because
she's from Chicago.
She's from Chicago. A lot of people are unsure what's been going on with her because we really haven't heard much from her since the reunion. So she got on here and she spoke on a few things. If you follow her on social media, you might have seen that she is in Dubai. She has been stomping like around. You know, Natalie Nunn's there too, but she's Natalie Nunn's there too, and the Baddies girls. But that's a totally different story.
You think they bump into each other?
I don't know. I know she has been bumping into some of the Bravo girls. I want to say Chanel because they were
the Dubai girls.
Dubai girls, yeah. But the reason why she's there is because Josiah is building a relationship with his biological dad. His biological dad is living there. So I thought that was really amazing. She said it's going pretty good. He was there while she was doing the interview, I want to say. That's what she referenced. But she also revealed that she was supposed to be at BravoCon and she was supposed to have a Drop It with Drew panel / segment. But unfortunately, due to a personal family emergency that she couldn't really disclose, it wasn't able to happen. So she does apologize to her fans. In addition to that, she spoke on returning to Housewives of Atlanta. She says she isn't sure what's going to happen or, what's to come for her future on Housewives of Atlanta. But she does say if she returns, she wants it to be more friendly and sisterly because she didn't feel like she was really getting that this season. I know some people have mixed feelings about that. So, with that being said, but she did also say she would love to see some OGs, Nene, Portia, Cynthia. And she shouted out Kenya because she said that's been some support she's been getting outside the show even after the reunion. She still keeps in contact with Kenya and she really appreciates her defending her in her time of need. But I really want y'all to check out this interview because there's so many gems that she drops, so many behind the scenes things and projects that she's working on. She does have one coming out with Black China.
Ooh, I love Angela.
Yeah. So we can stay tuned for that. She also gives her thoughts on Juan Ditson and Rodman, how Bravo has treated Quad, with the whole Sweet Tea situation. But check this interview out, guys. It's really good. I would highly recommend it. Not too long either. It's like 30 minutes.
Ooh. Yeah. And y'all let me know if I missed anything else. Shout out also to the person who sent that to us.
Shout out to the person
who sent that. We missed a lot of things. So we really appreciate when you guys think of us. So that was really nice. And that was a nice update because the chatter is, the state of Atlanta is a mess and no one knows what's going on.
Who sent that is also Vince Ashton. So shout out to you, Vince.
Thank you for that. Because we definitely are wondering, as these shows wrap up, what's going on. Usually other shows are filming. Some shows aren't hitting like other shows, and what's going to happen to the show that we love, the show that brought us to Bravo. So that's very important to know. And keep us updated, child. And if y'all hear any rumors on the streets of Atlanta, I'm honestly waiting for, who's that? The one who always has the Atlanta tea.
Love B. Scott.
Love B. Scott. Anything that Love B. Scott says, that's what I am waiting on. Yeah. I'm waiting on an article to drop any day now because, Salt Lake City is over. I don't think the OC is the OC even start filming yet. I just think that they got the cast together, but I don't think it started filming. Potomac is about to reach or has already reached the midway point, and people are, but I think that I'm actually predicting that we might get some turnaround because the mid-season trailer did give us more of what we would expect for Potomac. Like,
Right.
maybe not what we would expect necessarily with the way it's going now, but it's giving us something better than what we have right now.
Then witnessing.
Exactly. So I think that, Potomac is going to have some turnaround, but at this point, we would heavily be into the Atlanta filming underway. So what is going on?
Still watching Potomac, Married to Medicine, because that's definitely, even though I think that I want to say they skipped 2 weeks. It's been like the second week, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, because it didn't come on Sunday. It didn't come on Sunday.
It didn't come on Sunday.
And then before that, it was Christmas, so it didn't come on.
And shout out to Oliver Twist too. That's another good YouTube interview with Sweet Tea's sister. So that's on YouTube.
Ooh, and what happened in that one?
I haven't. I still have to finish. So once I finish it, I'll tell you guys.
Back.
I'll report back to you guys. But really good content this week, guys. So make sure you're going on YouTube if you want more. In addition, us first.
Yeah.
And then go on over there and slide and check out what they have to say, because there's some good stuff on YouTube.
Right. Ours is not really all. I mean, we have our Bravo 11 Tease segments, of course, but it's not all that. Ours is more commentary. We want to make you laugh. Yeah. We want to get your opinion. We want to give our opinion. We want to shoot the shit, and we want to hang out. And we want you to be there with us. But there are a lot of people who are actually dedicated to the tea. Whereas we kind of save our stuff for on air, or we'll comment, on stories or, on our timeline, but we're not like bloggers like that. We're curators mainly.
Oh, that's a good word, curators.
Pop culture curators.
I feel like I can put that in my Keurig.
The K-cup, a little K-cup in. A little
K-cup. So what we're here for, Charles, Salt Lake City has given. Like, I mean, from the time it came on, like, the producers were on, like, the producers, the camera crew, the people, like, they literally had on their sketchers. They had their sketchers on the Salt Lake City grounds, waiting for Heather's ass. Heather's like, no, y'all remember that scene of her? She's like, no, you can't be in here. I'm like, girl, they just told you something on the phone, but we're filming. Like, let them in, and let's see what's going on.
But it made it so much better.
It did.
The cinematography of it, the way people construct it, the audio, the storyboard, the 8 hours later, the 1 hour later, the 8 hours before, the 2 days before, the confessionals, like the way that it was just put together, and the players. I want like all of these, and I want to do this now before we even get into the finale. Who was your VIP? And I'm going to tell you up front, we usually do, we started to, because I got messy and I was like, who's the least valuable player? I don't have a least valuable player for Salt Lake City, because these women, all of them, whether you agreed or not, whether you liked them or not, whether you felt that it was necessary, all of them played their parts and did the damn thing. This, maybe not the whole season, maybe some people had better moments than others. Right. But when it comes to this finale,
I want to say VIP, I got to give it to Monica. It's like, despite the ups and downs that I've had with her, because there was a point that I told y'all, I'm like, I don't like her on the show. I'm ready for her to go. I've had enough. But as far as who's being most talked about, who's carrying the story, who's giving the dramatics, the theatrics, the relationship that she has with her mom and her family, the back and forth with all the girls, the situation where she hooked up with her brother-in-law. Come on. Like she gave a show. She did. She gave a show. A lot of people have mixed reviews. They're like, we don't want to see her back next season. I actually want to see her back next season because I want to see what happens. It's because I want her to be on actually for a few more seasons. Because when do Jen Shaw get out of jail?
Oh, baby, we got some time. And
We got some time.
And she's trying to sue Bravo for last night's episode. So
Jen Shaw said she didn't do shit.
well, that's something we'll get to that later. So your VIP is Monica.
And yours.
Remember last week when I said that same thing?
You did.
And then I need y'all also, because I know a lot of y'all are new from when we had our new friends from Watch What Crappens On, Ben and Ronnie. I want y'all to go back to that episode. I want y'all to remember, or fast forward to the part where we talk about Salt Lake City and where we theorize if Meredith was the one with the fake account or not. I want y'all to see that everybody, I'm like, Quad, everybody here, I'm doing my monologue, everybody here thought that Meredith was too quiet and that she had something to do with it.
I sure did.
And I stood 10 toes down and I said, I don't think it's Meredith. I didn't say it was Monica. I just did not, it did not make sense to me that, because these girls are housewives. Yes, they engage with the fake pages. Yes, they might have someone else do their dirty work. But for her to, this just didn't seem right.
Right.
Something in the milk wasn't clean, and I stood 10 toes down, and I told y'all about that. But I don't want to talk too much shit yet because we always got the reunion, and the reunion is going to be 3 parts. So I don't know what we're going to find out. But with that being said, VIP, Monica, hands down, period. This is the part, and you already gave your answer. That was the second thing I was going to ask. Would you want her back on the show? Me, she's gonna be a one-hit, not a one-hit wonder, but a one-season hitter. Because, like I said, you are already, how can I say this nicely? Like, she was already, there was nothing about Monica's life that I desired, right? Like, be clear, like, I just want to be, like, honest. Like, Housewives, you know, we have the Gina, you know, we always have, like, kind of the runt of the litter. The one that, like, you know, you don't really want their house. You don't want their situation. In the words of Jordan Woods, you don't want their problems at all. She was just too relatable. Like, I know, like, 10 people that are going through what, and, you know, like, she wasn't super rich. She didn't have a mega mansion. She didn't have a desirable relationship. She, you know, was a single mom. You know, she was talking about how hard it was to try to keep up with these ladies. And I said that she was too normal. So we saw that because the only person who's more dangerous than a person that has the opportunity to be on TV, but they also have the risk of losing it all if they make that one move. The only person more dangerous than that is someone who has nothing to lose. And she had nothing to lose. And that's why and trust me, she's gonna, like, even if she doesn't come back to Housewives, put her on House of Villains, put her on Peacock. What's the show on Peacock? Traitors. She can be on TV. It's just not what I want to see in a housewife. Like, you know, I can't, like, it's just too relatable. I don't want someone who literally, yeah, fuck it. Reality Von Tease follows us. You know, we know of the account. I'm gonna tell y'all, don't tell nobody. When we were all coming up in 2020, because that's when most people came up, there would be chats. There would be group chats. There would also be people who are closer to certain house, and that's still like that. There's people who are closer to certain housewives. There There are people who do dirty work for people. There are, I'm not going to say people on payroll that, I'm not going that far, but Jen Shaw was recruiting from people that were in our chat. Jen Shaw, then that's how she got tripped up. Jen Shaw would recruit Instagrammers who heard about her, saw her, were fans of her. We were fans of Jen Shaw before we found out what she did. We just can't agree with what she did and how she handled it.
Yeah.
Like you can go back because we publicly like, oh my God, she's giving it, and she was giving a good show. But once we found out what was happening, and then she pled guilty, it's like, okay, I can't. I'm gonna back off. I don't hate or love her. It's just we had to back off. But Jen Shaw would recruit people from Instagram to be on the Shaw Squad. And we're very aware of that.
Yeah.
But we were never on the Shaw Squad. Listen, there were a couple people who got on the Shaw Squad. There were Zoom meetings had. There were phone calls had. There were people, some of your favorite accounts have had contact with Jen Shaw. Some of your favorite accounts have had good experiences with Jen Shaw. We never had a bad experience with her because we weren't working for her, though. Some people had bad experiences with her. But that's where she fucked up, is that you can only, like, go on Instagram and find a makeup artist. Go on Instagram and find a hair stylist. Go on Instagram and find... But she was looking for assistants. And if you guys don't know how celebrity culture works, or even, like, people who have assistants... Your assistant knows your damn fucking social security number. Your assistant is supposed to know the most intimate things about you. And that's why NDAs are so important. That's why, discretion is so important. That's why you have to get your assistants from reputable companies and things like that. You can't really just go on Instagram and get you an assistant. But I say all this to say that reality Von Tease definitely had some funny ass posts. They follow us. Don't know if it's just Monica or it was Monica and Tanisha. We'll get to that and we'll theorize about that. But don't get your assistant off Instagram. And Monica needs to be a one-season housewife, because now it's like, okay, we know that this is someone who ran a Finsta and she's a housewife. We can break it all down and be like, oh, we need to be more realistic about housewives and we need to get someone who's relatable, but she is too relatable. There are too many things about your life that's like, this is the messy bitch down the street. This is not a housewife.
Yeah.
It's about status.
Because
like, if she was on VA, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, then it's gonna create a standard.
Exactly.
And I feel like more people are gonna come out and start to feel like they can do the same thing. And I don't quite want that. On one hand, I would love for her to be that one that got away and is just running with it. And it's like, yeah, I'm a fan page and I became a fucking housewife now.
Yes.
But on the other hand, I feel like Bravo doesn't know when to stop sometimes. So I fear that they'll get somebody else.
It was just like, and I felt the same way about LaToya, but LaToya wasn't too bad with it. I was like, oh, I don't want a fucking YouTuber.
The thing is, also, if y'all want us on too, that's another exception.
That's the thing. Yeah. If you want us on, what's Bravo? We're black.
Yeah. I mean, like, I wouldn't mind. I would be on Traitors too.
Mm-hmm. And then that's where she slipped up when we talk about, because obviously Monica got exposed as one of the people who run Reality Von Tease. Blah, blah, blah. It was her and Tanisha, and it was Koa, which, if you know Koa, that's the one that was in the Hulu documentary, who was very close to Jen. I think I don't want to speculate about someone that they bleeped the name out of, but if you know, you know. Because that was the tape that was released or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it was so, just as these things are happening, it's crazy to just like think back, like where we were and who was doing what. But anyways, this is where Monica messed up. You have to have a troll page, because we don't run a troll page. Whatever the fuck we post on Instagram, even if we disagree with it later, I'll apologize. But when we posted it, that's how we felt. Or we were, if it's a meme, we were just joking. We stand 10 toes on it. And also, you have to have a troll page with someone that you trust, someone that's not gonna fold, someone that, like, when y'all fall out, especially when the stakes are this high, even if y'all fall out, y'all gotta keep that shit on lock. Bitch, if you went on a show and we have a troll page together and it's looking like, oh, they're on to you, I'm gonna take that for you.
Because I never want somebody to be like, grits, bacon. Like, I never want somebody to do that with me.
And you can't be like, oh, well, it's partially true. Yeah, no. Blame it all on me. I will take that shit for you, because guess what? You're the one who made it out. You're the one who can get me other jobs in the future. Or I can blackmail your ass and, you're getting a housewife check. You're getting a reality check. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to let you go down and get kicked off the trip like Quad. They did her like they did Quad, and Quad didn't even have a damn fake page. But that's a different story.
The thing is, though, at least she made it to the last episode of the season.
Because she knew that it was gonna, and that's what I also wanted to. The thing that she did wrong was she didn't stop. She was in it for too long, and she also told on herself, literally, quite literally. Yeah. She joked about it. But at the same time, she made it all the way to the final episode, and she gave us so much that she told us everything that we could find out about her and owned it. Mm-hmm. So and that was the only, and she knew that eventually that was going to come out because she has nothing to lose. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? She has nothing to lose. But she got this great opportunity to be on Housewives, so she wrote it out until she was caught. Right. And it just so happens that she wrote out the entire season. And that I have to fucking applaud. That was iconic. And the way that she also took it, the way that she was giving it back to them, it was 4 bitches against 1.
I just didn't. She called Lisa Barlow a dumb bitch.
We know that she's not, like, be clear.
Yeah. But you know what? Did you eat that the way you said it?
No, she ate all of them up. All of them. All of them. The only thing that I can't forgive her for is that blonde wig in that on camera. Girl. No. Especially when you got Tanisha. Especially when you got Tanisha who can slay some hair. Kind of
funny, though. I'm not going to lie, because I'm like, is that Hannah Montana?
Listen.
Is it? I just love Meredith, though. That slurring. She's like, you don't love my star. No.
I did not realize until people have been talking about it, and I think that, it's been brought up that Meredith may be drunk in the scenes. And I was like, No. But I didn't realize that shit until that episode, that she was completely
you've been to my store and I've seen camera.
And she's like, I didn't steal from your store. I didn't say you stole. I was just saying you were there before.
I was like, yeah.
I'm like, girl, can you repeat that? Okay, that's
the goddamn truth.
Let's start from the beginning. Before we even get to that, obviously they showed, and the editing was beautiful, as good as the editing on Vanderpump Rules, which is nominated for an Emmy, so I want them to be nominated for an Emmy also. But they showed Heather getting the call that we've been waiting for all season, and I'm just like, because at this point, I'm sick of whatever the fuck Heather got going on. I don't give a fuck, because I'm still mad about the black eye, even though she kind of ate the season a little bit. She nibbled a little bit. She did.
She nibbled.
Just like
this was her episode, though.
This was the redemption. This was the redemption.
She was going off.
Okay, so she gets a call. We flash back to real time. Real time, last day of Bermuda, girls getting on bikes, they're going shopping. During shopping, 2 of them forget their credit card, which is what, Heather and Whitney, right? Heather and Whitney forget their credit card, and Monica offers to pay. Her card declines, but not because she didn't have the money, but because she forgot. Like when y'all travel, you gotta let your bank know that you're traveling. Otherwise, they'll block that shit. Because I learned that shit early. The first time I traveled in New York, when I tried to buy a slice of pizza, Chase was like, "Bitch, you're not in no fucking New York. I know your ass ain't in New York." So I had to literally call Chase or go online and be like, "Yes, I have went somewhere. I'm not in Broward County," and they're like, "Oh my God, the bitch is gone somewhere." So every time we go out of town, I always remember.
I know your ass ain't in nowhere.
I always remember to like tell them like, "Hey, I'm going out of town, guys. It is me. Yes, I went to Atlanta." But so she has the money, be clear, and she pays for it for them. At this point, Heather doesn't know, but she suspects something weird is going on with Monica. They get back home. Hour later, she gets the call. She gets the call, an hour later, finds out Monica has been in her shop under 3 different names. And some of those names, she owes her money. That would have been enough for me to run across the house and beat your ass right then and there. Because you're not going to come and huh? Fuck the fake accounts. Well, no, not fuck that, because that would piss me off too. Like, imagine if we were in a small friend group and someone is literally talking about saying my husband is gay, saying I'm in the IRS, saying I'm in the Greek mafia, and then playing in my face about it. Yeah, no, you're getting your ass beat. But she finds out that she actually owes her money at Beauty Lab. Yeah, I'm running across that villa and I'm beating your ass.
Also, like, because Heather was there, so was she going in with different wigs? Did she, like, what was going on?
Well, the thing is, I believe, obviously, she probably was a blonde one time and a brunette another time. But Heather doesn't do every transaction. She has 2, remember?
Oh,
she has 2 beauty labs.
True.
And then also, even if she just had one, I highly doubt Heather's the one doing the treatments, ringing you up. No, Heather has a billion other things to do when she is there.
Right.
So, but at the same time, well, that's going to sway my point. We'll get to that later on. So she finds out that Monica is under 3 different names. And then her hairdresser tells her about the Reality Von Tease account. And then she gets like a confirmation. And then she holds the information for a little bit and she gathers the girls very calmly. She tells, that was a beautiful scene. Yeah. Like it was giving White Lotus vibes.
It was. Did you notice? And they're like, what happened? And
it was like a Renaissance painting. Lisa's like, oh my God, Heather, you're about to cry.
And Whitney's like, ha, oh my gosh.
She's like, yeah, I'm literally shaking. I'm shaking. Then Heather lets her know, this bitch is a snake in the grass.
I'm trembling.
Scared, shook, panicking. And then at this point, my heart rate is just like, because, okay, if you've been on Instagram, a lot of you aren't on Instagram like we are on Instagram, obviously, which is why we come back and we report to y'all about some things that we seen and heard. We had heard that she was behind it. Not only that, Monica has basically been hinting at, you're going to find some shit out about me. Mm-hmm. And she's been owning it. But so I don't know, for some reason for me, I'm like, there's no way, like we're just going to find out, because I thought it was a lawsuit thing. But then when I think about it, when I go back, I'm like, it can't just be the lawsuit, because all of the girls were not fucking with her at BravoCon. Not only that, they did not have a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City panel. And I'm like, that's so stupid. What? It all makes sense. Because
they didn't.
They couldn't. They did not have a Salt Lake City panel. She was by herself at BravoCon, no Salt Lake City panel. And it was because they had already filmed the reunion. And even if they didn't, did they film? No, they were filming the reunion after. But yeah, so they had not seen her since Bermuda, period. So it makes sense. You can't have these women on stage together because none
Because
of them are
somebody's
fucking
gonna
with her.
say it. Yeah, somebody's gonna be like,
It doesn't
"Bitch,
make
your
sense.
reality being teased." It's
I
like
would have.
if I found out reality in comics too was really Melissa Gorga. That's how I would feel.
Let me compose myself.
I love you, Kendrick, but you never know.
God, that's so funny. He's gonna be so pissed when he hears this because he also does not give a damn about Melissa. He's like, Melissa, he's gonna be like, Melissa Gorga, bitch, you couldn't even give me Teresa.
Well, because I like to read, so I wouldn't mind that so much. But Melissa Gorga,
You're
I'd be like,
sworn that you have beef with her and she doesn't even know.
I'm favoring. I'm not gonna say I favor because that would just be a lie. But I'm not holding any grudges towards her in 2024. But I'm just saying, like 2023 me, I would just be shocked. I could not believe that. I could not take that.
I understand the point that you were trying to make. I'm just saying that was very fucking funny. So I'm going back and I'm thinking this makes so much sense why there was no Salt Lake City panel, especially because it was airing at the time.
Right.
Like they had them spread out and she was by herself. So I'm like, okay, so she had to do something more intense. And I thought it was a lawsuit. And then I'm like, I really don't know. So when it was revealed, I'm like, you bitch, you have to be kidding me. And then I went to the profile and seen that they follow us. And then I'm like, I remember this account. I remember seeing this account post.
Yeah. Like, wow, this whole time you've been right here. And it makes me think, though, that's possible for literally any housewife. You never know who's following you from an account. You never know. Your number one fan could literally be Kim Richards.
Thank you. And that's why I'm saying it would set a different precedence amongst who can be and who can't be on Housewives. Because if it was just she was suing her,
Bravo. It's gonna be
it's not. Thank you. Yeah. It just messes up, you know. And I'm not saying that she did a phenomenal job. But she knows also that she put it all out on the line because she could have got found out at any moment. And that's both terrifying, but also iconic. So she gathers the girls are shook. And she's like, I'm going to expose her tonight. And I'm saying Heather rounded it up. Heather did the damn thing.
And waited.
I don't have that in me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very calculated.
Like, this is the finale.
I'm very calculated, so I could wait to see what I'm going to say and gather all the intel and blah, blah, blah. I would not have been able to wait hours and I would not have been able to break bread. I would not have been able to play a game. None of that. Bitch, as soon as we sat down, it would have been up. Like, period. But she waited. She played a game. They ate dinner. She got her feeling loose and like, oh, I got through the season.
Shit, like,
I got through the season unscathed. Like she made her really think like, I'm really here and they still don't know yet. So I have time to delete and, backtrack and figure this out. And then Heather was like, I have Meredith's doll. And Monica's like, ooh, Meredith's about to get ate up again because, they destroyed Meredith the last dinner. She's like, Meredith is about to get ate up again. And that's not the case. She said, but I don't really have a lot of questions about Meredith. I actually have questions about you, Monica. And I was like, oh, here the fuck we go. And the way that it was executed, the way that she delivered it, the way that she laid it out. And also, like, what? Every motherfucking thing. Every motherfucking thing. Like, the way that she ate that up, receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots. Baby pictures.
Like,
fingerprints.
Receipts. Like, all that shit. Like,
trails. Like, every goddamn, like Whitney says it.
Wait, and it's the goddamn truth.
Thank you. So it's like, damn.
And that is the goddamn truth.
So then at first she denies it. Then they flash back. They show us what we were missing. They show us the context. They show us everything. Then we get Heather's side. We get Meredith's side because Meredith was all, remember, they were blaming Meredith for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Meredith was emotional on top of being drunk. Like, of course I would fucking cry if y'all were to, like, if I really wasn't doing that shit when I could have been.
And if I'm drunk, I'm going to slur and have like chicken slaughter in my mouth and cry and just be like
a mess.
They're going to be like, oh my gosh.
But she had all of that. She confronted her. Monica tried to deny it at first. But again, receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots. That's me confronting a dude when I know I got everything on his ass. Like, you can't talk your way out of that one. That's when, let me not, because I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into real life too much. I'm going to start bringing up, like, I can't go back. I'm trying to be less crazy. I'm trying to be less crazy. God knows I'm trying to be less crazy. But it was just very relatable. That's when you confront a dude and you know that there's no talking out of it. And you ready and you got your shit packed and you finna leave. She was ready. Monica's trying to deny it. Then she admitted it. Because it was no, like, but okay, so to Monica's
She's like,
point.
Well, that is sort of true.
Partially true.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was multiple people running it. It was her. It was Tanisha, who has been Heather's hairdresser, who also went to Instagram the night of, and she was also putting a lot of proof out there. If you want a timeline of like everyone, not everyone, but like multiple people who are running the account, go to She Speaks Bravo, go to Talk of Shame. They have receipts. We follow Tanisha, and I was watching that shit, but I didn't, like, it's a lot. They were going back and forth while the episode was airing. And Monica even went live while the episode was airing. But she was saying that I'm one of the people who was running it. But our whole purpose was to take down Jen. That is not too bad. Because at the end of the day, that I can't fault her for that.
Even when you go on the page, it's all Jen.
Now it is. Now it is.
Because she deleted a lot of shit and she archived a lot. She probably archived it.
Now it is. But if y'all know the good old days. But, so yeah, I don't really fault her. Like, everyone is like, oh, this is really not that big of a deal. In the grand scheme of things, no, this is actually perfect Housewives drama, but this can only happen once. Because it's like, this is not, But so she admits to it and then she gets into it with all of them. I gotta say, she kept her composure. And it was the other ladies standing. Lisa got up and all you see is production in the background scrambling, like trying to open the sliding doors.
They're like, get it open, get it open, get it open now.
Like, they got ghetto, and then Angie, the fucking Greek mafia came out of Angie.
And she was like, they were kind of putting her on the one. And when I say they, I meant Monica. Was really trying to put her on the spot and be like, well, you interacted with us, you kiki with us. But I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, that is normal Housewives behavior.
Right.
Like that's on the show. If I know I don't really like somebody and I see a post about them or a funny meme, I'm going to be like, that's what the bitch gets.
Especially about Andrew Harrington. Like, bitch, fuck Andrew Harrington. Yeah.
I wouldn't even be surprised if Andrew Harrington was one of the people. But, and her husband.
Look into it, because last season he had his own Finsta. And guess where they are? Not on here.
Were they Reality Bunties 1?
And also, okay, so it's after this woman named Dita Von Teese, and she's like, I'm fucking, take me out of this shit. Because Not only did they use her photo, but they also like stole a part of her name and made it a part of it. I'm sorry, it's so funny. The identity theft is not a joke, you guys, but she can afford it. Like, please don't steal my identity because I can't. Like, that will be the last straw. It will be my 13th reason. But so then she just admitted to it, and then she just started like, it's like, I can't handle it. I can't. There's too much going on already. Like, I don't need another one. Identity theft is not a joke. And so
Oh my God.
I can't handle it, you guys. Like, I don't have it. I don't have it in me. So then she just starts, she's on defense mode. She's cussing people out. She's trying to explain that it was just to take down Jen Shah. I think that we all know that that's bullshit because she was talking cash money shit on that profile. Mm-hmm. I can tell you as a witness. She is also saying that, it wasn't her idea and she wasn't using it. Tanisha proved all that wrong. There are also messages shown, text messages shown, talking about how she would drive by Jen Shah's house, pictures of Jen Shah in her house. That was creepy, but I mean, it's Jen Shah, so I'm not really upset about that. But when it comes to the other women, she's trying to figure out where the other women live. Like, she asked Tanisha, like, where does Heather live? And hanging outside these girls' houses, that's something that I don't really fuck with. Because you do that down here, you're going...
She's crazy. That's crazy.
Hanging outside people's houses.
It's a little bit too much. It was a little bit too much, though. It's a little bit too much. So you're right.
A lot of it.
Like, I kind of want, like, well, yeah. I don't want to see you now that I think about that. Because then it's like, then we're going to have to get law and order involved.
Hanging outside of people's house, recording them without their knowledge, taking pictures without their knowledge, you're a liability, babe. It's not a fun little thing anymore.
The roles are reversing on her now because people are leaking pictures of her arguing with her mama and shit.
Ooh.
And I'm like, these are videos. It looks like somebody's like under the bed because I'm like, what kind of angle is this?
See, it's just something it's too much. This is WeTV behavior. Mm-hmm. Now, if she was on WeTV or Zeus or, you know what, maybe even VH1, perfect. But for Housewives, this is weird. Even, you know what, Vanderpump Rules, I feel like very Vanderpump Rules-y. Mm-hmm. Maybe not them being, well, yeah, because Jackson did a lot of questionable fucking shit. So yeah, Vanderpump Rules, sure, but this is not Housewives behavior for me.
I have a question for you too.
Yes.
When it comes to, because Heather revealed that Jen Shah gave her the black eye. Why do you think that is? Why do you think she gave her the black eye?
I have no idea because Heather was the only one literally protecting her. But I'll tell you this much. And while I'm saying that Heather carried, just like Monica carried this episode, I don't feel bad for Heather in this black eye situation. Because why the fuck were you protecting her?
Why didn't you pop her ass back?
Also, in the same sense of, I kind of don't really feel bad for the girls because y'all should have acted like Lisa Barlow. Lisa didn't trust this bitch from the start because she saw how she acted. She decided to bury the hatchet, be friends with her, but she didn't get too close to her because if you know Jen Shah and how she acts, why were you guys comfortable having someone who was her assistant around you? I would not have anyone that was on the Shah squad close in my life. I would have you at a distance.
Right.
So that's kind of y'all fault also. Because you knew that she was Jen Shah's assistant. You knew that she turned on Jen Shah. And you know that she's trauma dumping. She's talking about other people's tea. She's talking about Instagram accounts and then flipping it on people. Like, she has this erratic behavior. So why wouldn't you, as someone who has stuff to lose, why are you hanging out? Like, my mama always told me, do not hang out with somebody who don't have nothing to lose because you don't know what the fuck they'll do. Was she wrong?
No, she wasn't wrong.
Because once I was 7 years old,
Mama told me, and now I'm 2 years old.
Wait, you went from 7 to 2? So the black eye, why do you think Jen Shaw gave her the black eye? And also, I want to know, were you shocked?
I was very okay. So the thing is, I was very, 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 very shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I even was
Shocked
talking
about Jen Shaw. I want to let you talk, but I just want to know, like, your frame of mind. Shocked about Jen Shaw giving her the black eye, or shocked that she finally admitted it?
shocked that she finally admitted it because I never thought we were gonna get the answer to that. I thought that was just gonna be one of the things that it was just like a mystery. Because that's what Salt Lake City is. It's like many unsolved mysteries, and then we go to the next season, and then they do some other shit, and you're just like, whoa.
Like, we still haven't closed that chapter.
Yeah, it's like we're the Hardy Boys, and you're on like another.
Thank you.
You're on some other shit. Yeah, it's
because
weird.
we have questions above all the Housewives that had storylines that started and then never ended.
Because I still want to go to Angie Harrington and really get to the bottom of why her husband was doing that shit. Like, what is going on in your personal life?
Angie Harrington, what the fuck was that? Angie K, her business dealings.
In that bathtub.
Married in that bathtub, and also, does she live in New York?
That's another question.
Whitney and where's your daddy at? That was a whole storyline.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of
Fall Out
stuff.
Boy.
It's a whole bunch of stuff. But I was surprised. I was actually talking to one of my Instagram friends about it, and he brought up a great theory too. Shit, I just went blank. My mind just went blank.
Well, we're talking about why Heather revealed
in the black eye situation. Oh yes, he theorized that maybe Jen did that to Heather so she could get a guaranteed position on the show, because maybe she was a little concerned that she wasn't bringing enough. So Jen was like, "Okay, if I black your eye, bitch, you're gonna have something to talk about now," and she just went for it. And I kind of thought that too, because this was last season when Heather wasn't really giving anything. The only thing she was giving is like maybe her book, a little bit of her book and like stuff like that, but it wasn't really anything that deep. So I'm like, could that be true? Maybe she was like, this is going to guarantee a position because now people are going to wonder, and now you can answer to this like next season and bring this into play. And now it also kind of makes me wonder, was this fan page something for Monica to get on the show now and do Jen's dirty work on the side? Are her and Jen in cahoots? Because it's like, realistically, okay, I get you not fucking with somebody and not respecting them and being upset because they committed this and that. But it's like, you were cool with going, oh shit, here we go again. I'll be back, guys.
Hey guys, do you like my t-shirt? I was late to recording because I couldn't find another shirt because I always wear black and gray, and I didn't want you guys to think that I was wearing the same black and gray shirt. So I'm just going to talk to you about my wardrobe. I mean, I have many other things, but to record, I thought I was going to dress up, but I don't dress up because I just want to be authentic and real and like really get to it. So I was just like, I need something else. I have like 40 gray shirts. They're all a slightly different tone of gray. I have like 60 black t-shirts. They're all a slightly different tone of black. So I'm not wearing the same shirt whenever you guys see me in the same color or shirt. It just might be what I was wearing that day, like a cartoon character. Okay, go ahead. I was just telling them about how I am not wearing the same shirt all the time, that I just have different variations of the same color shirts, which is black and gray.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I also don't, because it looks like I'm wearing a black shirt, but this is actually blue, guys.
That's blue?
This
is it navy blue?
Like, it's a fun fact. Yeah, it's navy blue, but it's blue.
Holy shit. See? So I just don't want to be...
This is what the camera says, because I have on the polo sometimes, and it does. Like, I look back and I'm like, damn, it looks like I wear the same shirt
I was looking at our fucking YouTube videos, and I'm like, cheater, outfit repeater. And I'm just like, absolutely not.
So now I gotta get different color shirts. I gotta
Exactly.
get like
And I don't even like different colors like that. Like,
light
damn.
ass like white, or I just gotta wear all white all the time, like Lisa. Like,
Angelic. But anyways, so you were saying
yeah, I was saying that, what if Angie K is working with Jen Shah behind the scenes? Because I'm like, if you are
Monica?
bold enough,
Monica? You mean not Angie
did
K?
I? Oh shit!
Angie
I'm
K
sorry,
is.
Angie. Angie K. I did not. She's a part of. No, you're not. I like you, Angie K.
Oh, I wanted to say that this is the episode that made me really like Angie K,
Mm.
because I have been iffy on Angie K the whole season, but when she picked up those flowers, even though they weren't going to do shit,
She was like, "I'll bust your ass in your
I'll
mouth."
bust your words in your motherfucking mouth. And also, yeah, she was very violent and ghetto. I just wanted to say that was very ghetto behavior of her and Lisa, but I'm with it because I would have did the same thing. But I just wanted to point it out because there's a very different there's a clear difference.
I was just watching Housewives of Atlanta with Portia and Kenya and that whole thing.
No, that was messy.
Because I'm on that season, baby. That's a good season.
As you were saying,
as I was saying, if you
Monica
are bold
could
enough
have
to put on a blonde wig and go with her to Meredith's store and do that ghetto ass shit that you did.
She said she didn't steal, and Meredith said that she didn't. She's not accusing
Then what
her
were
of
you
stealing.
doing? And Meredith, you don't have to backpedal. You were accusing her of stealing. Like, let's not, Was she not? I think Meredith was just off because she was like, "You were stealing in my store," and then she's like, "I didn't steal," and she's like, "I didn't say that."
Well, what her whole point was that Monica has been telling lies and truths during the season. She said that she had never been in the store.
She's a lie truther.
A flat earther.
She is. I don't know what to say, but I do feel like her and Jen might be in cahoots.
I don't think that she's a flat earther, you guys. I was just saying shit.
Even when you look at the fan page, Reality Monteith, you see the shit that she's posting. It's like, who's really taking the time out of their day to just post this?
I also want to say that she actually, I believe that there were multiple people running the account, but she tried to play it off as, I only said things about Jen Shah. I said nothing about the rest of you. I don't believe that for a single.
No, that's a lie.
Bit.
Because then they want to pull up the Angie K receipts, and then it was all that other stuff.
They were talking about Angie H. They talked about Whitney. They talking about everybody.
So I don't really understand what that thing is, but I do believe it's a distraction. Because if you guys notice, it was a similar thing that they were worried about with Jen. They literally talked about it on the episode.
That's what. Thank you, because I'm like, she might not fuck with Jen Shah right now, but she was around her.
So
she's on her
say maybe you made this page with Jen, and at first the motive was to fuck with the other ladies, but then she fell out with Jen, and it became something else. Now,
because also, that's a great point, because while you're talking, I'm realizing, in addition to the fact that she may not fuck with Jen anymore, because Jen burned a lot of people that she was around. Like, she didn't pay this person for the outfit, or she was yelling at this person, or whatever. That's the same situation. But she burned bridges, period. But at the same time, if you've already testified against Jen, you don't need to be running the page anymore. That page shouldn't even be up anymore. Especially when you know you're about to go on a show with the ladies. You got your lick back. What's the ultimate lick back other than testifying against someone?
That is why I think that trailer is just literally like gaga boo boo shit. Like, it's nothing serious if you notice it. They're giving you the bare minimum. They're not giving you anything. It's like Mary imitating Whitney. Like, really? We didn't have to. That didn't have to. Yeah, it's funny. But you know what we're here for, babe. Like, because
you know that everything's gonna be in part 3.
Yeah. So let's stop fucking around or dicking around, and let's get to it. Like, what is really going on? Because she even said the end credit was her saying there is still some story that is untold,
and that's why I don't want to stand too hard on certain things because I'm like, hold on, we're not done yet.
I got a feeling that it's Jen Shah is involved in some way. But then
Well,
Jen Shah
Jen,
said
yeah, tell the
she
people
ain't got
about.
shit to do with it. She was like, "That's not me." She
She
what
said that
was
she did not give Heather a
she didn't
black
give
eye,
Heather the black eye, and I'm like,
and that she goes sue Bravo, and she said that Andy Cohen was mad because she didn't want to sit down
she
with
didn't want
him.
to
She
sit
said a
down.
whole lot of stuff from her prison cell.
And Andy
Obviously,
responded, but I kind of didn't listen to it. I'm not gonna lie. I like kept scrolling, but I
no,
gotta.
I'm still like that episode was so good.
Yeah.
I don't care about nobody other than those ladies that was in the episode. Shut up. I mean, respectfully,
Respectfully,
love
I
you,
like Andy,
and we're gonna see you at the reunion. But I'll see you at the reunion, baby. I don't care about nothing you got to say except this, because when I say that shit had my heart pumping.
Who gave Jen Shah a phone?
Aaron, she doesn't have a phone. She's telling someone to post this to her account.
Oh,
Because if you don't notice,
I'm like, damn.
Coach Shaw highlights posts to her account too, so that's not her literally doing it
'Cause
live.
I'm like, is she like on her fucking iPhone 3 in prison?
They got better phones than us, baby. Especially at the camps. She's at a comfy ass camp. She's not really in prison. She's with like the fucking girl. What's her name? Elizabeth
I think
Banks?
they're like the cheetah girls in that bitch.
Yeah, they're having plays. They're having literal like euphoria type plays.
Euphoria
there.
plays.
Like this is a cool
just
prison.
about to say, but they have the shit going on, so I can't wait to see what's in store for this reunion. It has been an amazing season, guys.
Yeah, a 10 out of 10, and I'm not even comparing it to anything. Like I'll put this up against some of the greatest seasons in Housewives history. Period.
Yeah.
And that says a lot because this is only their fourth. Was it their fourth season?
Yeah, I want to say their fourth. Yeah.
This is only their fourth season. And I was very worried about this season because we lost Jen. And then also, even if we didn't lose Jen, it was just like, I don't care about Whitney and Heather. Like their beef. I don't care. I don't like when Lisa and Meredith are not fucking with each other. I like them as friends. So I'm just like, eh. But I will say, even though I don't think Monica should come back, I don't know what they're going to do next season if they don't bring her back.
If they don't have Monica back,
like, how are we going
put
to
her in a vault and freeze her, like they do Mariah Carey every single year, and wait until Jen Shah gets released and put them on together? That is what I want to see.
Now that's something I can agree with.
That is what I want to see. Because what? Yeah.
Because none of them are a match for Jen. None of them are a match for Jen. But Monica,
No, that's what I want to see.
she'll stand toe to toe.
That's what I want to see. Now that they could actually. No, I'm not going to say they can pause Salt Lake because I do want to keep up with them.
No, because they deserve, and they all deserve raises. Like they did their damn thing.
Especially
and I just want to, yeah, Heather. And it's a shame though because that has been the best season in in any franchise for a long ass time.
Give Heather a Chuck E. Cheese lab.
I don't know what that means. I fear.
It's like the beauty lab. It's you know.
God, that's what I wanted. I should have got that for Christmas instead of the
And it's a shame.
Meta AI glass.
I don't want to keep dragging our shows, but it's a shame that Atlanta and Potomac, y'all sat here and y'all let them do this to you again.
Ooh.
Not married. I'm not talking about Married to Medicine because
Married to Medicine. Yeah. I'll put them against Married to Medicine though.
But
I'll put them against Married to Medicine, and that says a lot.
A shame. Y'all have really pissed me off.
In my 1990s glass, you ain't a real bitch if you ain't got a 1990s glass.
You need one. We don't have Carlos, and I feel Bring back Carlos King, because that's another thing.
He came over to Bravo anyway.
He's reporting all the Bravo stuff anyway, so
even Salt Lake City, he's giving out his opinion on Salt Lake City, talking about Monica's, and he had the same opinion that I did, and I was the bad guy.
Just bring on Love and Marriage Huntsville and Ready to Love, put that on Bravo, and that's it. And bring back Carlos King, and that's it.
That should be a part of a deal. In order to get Carlos King back, we have to bring Love and Marriage, and we have to bring Ready to Love.
Ready to Love. Those are the only.
And that is a built-in fan base already. But
if you guys want to do a scripted show, the Greenleaf sequel, preferably with Lynn Whitfield. I have not let that go. And bring back Ambitions too. Now
I'll check that.
Now, if Bravo did that, I would not have my TV on anything else other than Bravo.
I think that maybe Love and Marriage and Ready to Love need to be put on Bravo only so we can force Oprah's hand to bring back Ambitions. Because I'm willing to do whatever.
Because Oprah, at that point, she would be like, Rondell.
She would literally
come back. I apologize.
Why would you say that and then immediately apologize? You knew before you said it, you shouldn't have said it.
Sugar, that's a whole nother subject, guys. But yeah, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much for listening. We want to know what you think about Salt Lake City. I talked to so many of you guys on Threads. I posted even on Threads that shit had me standing up in my bed. Like I had touched the ceiling. I have a photo literally on Threads of me touching the ceiling because my heart was beating and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And that shit was so good. That's how good Salt Lake City was on Tuesday night. Let us know what you think. Let us know who your VIP was. Let us know who your least valuable player is because we're going to be messing with you. And let us know if you think Monica should or should not come back. I think that we agreed that it's not that serious what she did, but
we don't want to set the standard.
We don't want to set that precedence for our housewives. It makes it just starts a whole bunch of other things. But we are also wishing Monica good luck in the entertainment industry. And you know, she can be on House of Villains, she can be on Traitors, she can be on other things, but Housewives is not the outlet for her. But she makes a damn good TV, a damn good show, and those ladies gave a damn good season, period. Bravo to everyone involved in the production of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I will never forget where I was and how I felt when I saw this finale, ever. Bye.
Bye, y'all.